Alright, let's go to the next question. Now they tell us that they ask to find the value of P and Q, or P, or whatever numbers that's given here is all expressed in P. And they tell us that these are points, various points, lying on this line 2x minus 3y equals to 7. Let's look at case A. P, that's your x, and your y is a minus 5. And this equation 2x minus 3y equals to 7. Now, what we can do is we can substitute them in. Your y is actually a minus 5. So I said 2 times your x, which is p, 3 times your y, which is minus 5, equal to 7. And that value here is 15. Do you get that? Minus times minus is a plus. So 2p plus 15 is 7. So bring your 15 over, it becomes a minus. And 7 minus 15 is 8. So your 2p is a minus 8 and your p is a minus 4. We're just required to solve p. That's your solution. Now I just want to say that this equation 2x minus 3y equals to 7, you can see it's a straight line equation. If you're not convinced enough, let me show you. Bring your 3y over, the minus becomes a plus. Bring your plus 7 over, plus becomes a minus. That's what we get. Do you get that? Minus 3y come over, plus 7 get there. Divide each one of them by 3. You get 2 over 3x minus 7 over 3. That's equal to y. In other words, if I were to write it this way, y is 2/3 x minus 7/3. That's the equation of a straight line. Alright, we just right now, we're just substituting right in there. You can also do by alternative method, express it this way, and you can say, hey, your y is a minus 5. So this is y is minus 5. Your x is a p. Put it in, and minus 5/3 comes here. Bring all the numbers here. Alright, leaving 2/3 p there. Minus becomes a plus. So minus 5 plus 7/3 is equal to 2/3 p. I'm just doing a method 2. Alright, this is method 1. Just go direct, simple. Whereas here, you're just showing what is y, and then you fit in the values. And 5 wholes has got 15/3. Minus 15/3 plus 7/3 will give us a minus 8/3. Right? Equals to 2/3 p. You want to solve for p. So what do? Keep your p there. Divide comes here, becomes a times. The times goes here, becomes a divide. Cancel it, you get a minus 4. Your p is a minus 4. Are you more convinced? But I don't know which style you prefer. I'll leave it to you, your preference. Alright? You can do this or that. They're both the same. Now let's look at the second part. What happens if your x is 2p minus 1? Now it looks a little bit challenging, isn't it? If you look at it. So I write here, your x is a 2p, your y, 2p minus 1. Your y is a 2p plus 3. Substitute this right into the equation. 2x minus 3y equals to 7. I think from this, you look at it, it looks just as easy. Might as well put it in. Take your x, fit it right in. 2 times 2p minus 1 minus 3y. Y is 2p plus 3. Write that out, and that's equal to 7. Open the whole equation. You've got a 4p minus 2. Here, be careful of your minus. When you strip the brackets, be careful. Alright, always remember when you strip the brackets, be cautious who's around you, and that's the minus. So you've got a minus 6p, a minus and a plus will give us a minus, right? So your 4p minus 6p is a minus 2p, right? So you got a minus 2p, minus 2 minus 9 is minus 11. Bring your minus 2p over, bring your 7 here, you get a minus 18, and your p is solved with a minus 9. That's the value. Getting easier, isn't it? Right. Okay, the third sum C. What is it all about? Your x is a p squared, your y is a p, 2p. So if you look at that, hey, I'm just giving you a little bit of variety. This is p squared, and that's a 2p. Substitute these values into your equation. Well, look at that. 2x minus 3y is a 7. Your x is p squared. You get a 2p squared minus 3y. 3 times 2p. Bring the 7 over. You want to see whether it's a quadratic equation. You've got a 2p squared here minus 6p minus 7 equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation. If you can factorize it, fine. If you can't, then you've got to solve it by using the quadratic equation formula, which is minus b plus or minus. If you remember the formula, when you have a quadratic equation, you solve it by writing, alright, your p will be minus b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. In this case, your a here is 2, alright, your b is a minus 6, and your c is a minus 7. So fit it in, your b is a minus 6. A minus and a minus gives you a plus 6, plus minus. Your b squared is a minus 6 again. Minus 6 times minus 6 is a 36. Minus 4 times a, which is 2, and your c, which is 7, over 2a. 2 times a. Your a here is a 2. 2 times 2. Now see if this point really exists. Alright, let's look at this. This is 36 minus, what do you get here is 8 times 7 is a 56. Now show all this, and if you look at the square root of this, your b squared minus 4ac is less than 0. If it's less than 0, can you be able to solve p? You can't, right? So here, p is undefined. Alright, this point is not solvable. So you write your p is undefined. Write it like that. Not all the times as said you can get an equation. The tester is testing you to see if you know it. Alright, so that means this p does not, this point does not exist on this line for the moment. Just take it that way. Right? Alright, we now go to question 3. The line. If you look at it, you're given that a line 3x plus y over 2 equals to minus 4.5, and it meets another line y minus 3 equal to 0 at the point PQ. And you're asked to find what is P and what is Q. Alright? Now, if you look at the first equation, we can make it a bit simple. Look at that. It's got 3x plus y over 2 equals to minus 9 over 2. Perhaps I want to multiply the whole thing by 2 to remove the bottom. Alright? So you get a 6x plus y equals to 9. You look at that, minus 9. Make y the leader, plus 6x get there, minus 6x. Bring it over, and this is a minus 9. These two equations are both the same. It's the same person, just like that, but just in disguise. what we did was we manipulated it, moved it around, and then we say, hey, that's you. Right? Now this y, this line, meets this line. Alright? When the two lines meet, what can you say? Both the y's on the same spot, both the x are sharing the same x. So when the two lines meet, they both become equal. And as for this line, your y equals to 3. Y equals to 3, and you're taking this line, y equals to minus 6x minus 9. Put them together and solve it. Hey, y, you are 3. Put it 3 here. Minus 6x minus 9. Bring your 6x over. Haha, that's what you get. Bring your 3 here. Alright, make your 6x positive. When you bring your 3 here, minus 3 minus 9 is a minus 12. Your x is a minus 2. Great. So what happens? They meet. You can see that your y is 3, your x is a minus 2. But if you're not you didn't like that, you're not convinced that your y is 3, you can fit it back in there. You said, hey, when x is minus 2, what is y going to be? Y is going to be minus 6 times minus 2 minus 9. Minus and minus is a plus. And do you see your y becoming equal to plus 3? Right? So therefore, these two graphs meet at the point minus 2 and 3. But they call it P and Q. Alright? So we said that's P. Your P is your x, which is minus 2. And your Q is a 3. Right? So that's how you solve simple equations.